Hello everyone! Today I will talk about the Lithuanian national anthem, Tautiška giesmė, and its profound significance during Lithuania's fight for independence in 1991. This anthem is more than just a song. It represents resilience, unity, and hope during one of the most challenging times in Lithuanian history. Specifically, I'll explore its role as a cultural and political tool in the context of the singing revolution and Lithuania's break from the Soviet Union. I have included the English translation of the Lithuanian national anthem, and it goes as follows. Lithuania, our homeland, land of heroes, let your sons draw their strength from our past experience. Let your children always follow only roads of virtue. May your own mankind's well-being be the goals they work for. May the sun above our land banish darkening clouds around. Light and truth all along guide our steps forever. May the love of Lithuania brightly burn in our hearts. For the sake of this land, let unity blossom. Briefly, I wanted to point out the Russian territories to the left and the right of Lithuania, and Belarus, which has political ties to Russia, is also on the right of Lithuania. And then the picture to the right, that is actually my dad in the Soviet army, and he is to the left. To begin, let's set the stage. Lithuania was occupied by the Soviet Union in 1940 during World War II. For decades, the Lithuanian people were suppressed under a regime that sought to erase their cultural identity. By the late 1980s, the Baltic nations, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, initiated a peaceful resistance known as the Singing Revolution. This movement relied on cultural symbols, including national songs, to foster solidarity and a shared sense of identity. My thesis is that the Lithuanian national anthem, Tautiška giesmė, was instrumental in rallying national identity and unifying Lithuanians during their fight for independence in 1991. The Lithuanian national anthem, Tautiška giesmė, was written in 1898 by Vincas Kudirka. Kudirka was a prominent intellectual who sought to inspire patriotism among Lithuanians during a period of Russian imperial rule. The anthem became a rallying cry for independence and was officially adopted as Lithuania's anthem in 1919. However, during Soviet occupation, it was banned. Despite this, it lived on in Lithuanian diaspora communities and underground movements, symbolizing hope and cultural resistance. The singing revolution, which began in the late 1980s, united the Baltic states in their fight for freedom. Music became a tool for peaceful resistance. During protests and gatherings, Lithuanians would sing traditional songs, including the national anthem. Tautiška giesmė stood out because it connected people to their cultural roots while also making a powerful political statement. Its lyrics emphasized unity, love for the homeland, and a desire for freedom, resonating deeply with the Lithuanian people. Now, let's focus on the pivotal events of 1991. On March 11, 1990, Lithuania became the first Soviet republic to declare independence. This act triggered intense backlash from the Soviet Union, including economic blockades and military aggression. On January 13, 1991, Soviet forces stormed the Vilnius TV tower to suppress the independence movement. Unarmed civilians gathered to protect the tower, singing Tautiška giesmė as Soviet tanks advanced. The anthem symbolized their courage and determination. Even as 14 people lost their lives that night, this moment demonstrated the anthem's role as a unifying force, inspiring peaceful defiance in the face of violence. Here are some pictures from January 13, 1991, when the Soviet forces tried to storm the TV tower. To the left, there is a man who is unarmed, trying to block a tank from advancing. And then to the right, there's a crowd with Lithuanian flags standing there peacefully, also unarmed. And a quick little story about this specific night. My mom was actually pregnant with my older sister during this event, and my dad and his basketball friends were planning on going to the TV tower on that night. Anyway, all of his friends went, and my mom, being pregnant, did not allow my dad to go. So he stayed back. Ultimately, unfortunately, one of his friends that he was supposed to go with ended up being one of the 14 that were killed. And also, my uncle, my mom's brother, actually did go, but luckily he was not injured. The emotional power of Tautiška giesmė during these events cannot be overstated. It wasn't just a song, it was a lifeline connecting Lithuanians to their heritage and each other. Singing the anthem reminded people of their shared struggle and gave them strength to persevere. It also signaled to the world that Lithuania's fight for freedom was grounded in deep cultural and spiritual values. For many, the anthem became a symbol of hope, representing the possibility of a brighter, independent future. Lithuania's use of its national anthem during the singing revolution parallels similar movements in Latvia and Estonia. For instance, Estonia's My Fatherland, My Happiness and Joy served a similar role. These anthems unified people across the Baltic region, showing that cultural identity could be a powerful force against oppression. Compared to other independence movements worldwide, the Baltic Singing Revolution stands out for its emphasis on peaceful resistance through cultural expression. In conclusion, Tautiška giesmė played an irreplaceable role in Lithuania's struggle for independence in 1991. It united the people, reminded them of their cultural heritage, and inspired peaceful resistance. Even today, the anthem remains a powerful symbol of Lithuania's resilience and identity. The story of Tautiška giesmė shows us the incredible power of cultural symbols to inspire change and preserve national identity. As we reflect on Lithuania's journey, let's remember the importance of protecting and celebrating cultural heritage in the face of adversity. Despite the fall of the Soviet Union, remnants of the Soviet Union, the poor living conditions, and the struggles people faced in their everyday lives still exist in Lithuania today. During my last trip to Lithuania, I took some pictures, and to the left, we have a mural that I captured in an alleyway in the capital city. And as you can see, the people in the picture are holding up a peace sign and a fist to represent anti-war. And then in the center, we have a picture that I took at an apartment complex where my friends live. And then to the very right, we have a picture that I took in my mom's hometown called Tauragė. She grew up very poor in the Soviet Union, as most people did in the Soviet Union. And as you can tell, it looks very bleak and sad. But overall, Lithuania is a very beautiful country, and most of it looks like these pictures. So to the left, I took a picture of Trakai Castle with some wildlife. In the center is a picture of the capital city. And then to the very right, we have a bridge that I took a picture of. I thought it was very pretty. Finally, here are the sources that inform this presentation. These include historical accounts, academic analysis, and first-hand testimonies about the role of the Lithuanian national anthem during the independence movement. Together, they provide a comprehensive understanding of Tautiška giesmė's significance.